This may sound like something out of a fairy tale, but bear with me. Imagine a situation where you take out a loan and you put up some collateral as some security against that loan. And then over time, the loan actually starts to pay off itself, without you ever having to pay down any of the principal on the loan. All you have to do is just to pay the interest that is accruing on the loan. This is something that may be available to people later on this year. It is a product that is going to be offered by the crypto project MELD. They have a name for it and they call it the Genius Loan. According to MELD, it is possible to repay a 100,000 loan within 3 to 6 years without you ever having to pay any loan principal repayments. When I first heard about this, it definitely got me interested, so I wanted to have a look into it a little bit more. Like, it does sound pretty class in theory. From doing a bit of research on it, this is how I think it is actually going to work. You would have to put up twice as much collateral as you are borrowing, so if you wanted to borrow €100,000, you will need to put up €2,000 worth of collateral. Your collateral then will be used in yield farming to earn interest, and this interest will then be used to pay down your loan, and MELD will only take a small cut of that interest. Let's look at a practical example here. Let's say, for example, I wanted to borrow €5,000 and I put up €10,000 worth of collateral in certain sort of crypto, let's say Bitcoin. If my collateral was able to earn 10% interest a year, then the loan would be able to be repaid over the term of 5 years. If somehow my collateral was able to earn 15%, then the loan repayment reduces to 3 years and 4 months. That is just a very basic example just to show you how it works, and I have excluded any cut that MELD might take as well from that example. You can probably tell already what the real kind of use case is for this type of loan, and that really is to just avoid tax. Because if you have a large holding of any cryptocurrency, anytime you go and try and sell it, you're going to get caught with capital gains tax. But this way you can actually borrow against your assets and take that cash and use it, and not have to worry about any big tax bills. And that's pretty much how the rich, they buy, they borrow, and they die, and they pass on their assets onto their kids without having to pay huge tax bills on their capital gains. Now, it must be said that the situation that MELD have put forward of repaying a 100,000 loan in 3 to 6 years is pretty much a perfect situation. If you have put up $2,000 worth of Bitcoin as collateral, that collateral is going to be constantly up and down. If you see something like a 30 or 40% price drop in Bitcoin, then you're obviously going to get less interest on your collateral and you're not going to pay off your loan as fast. But it is pretty cool to see some of these innovations coming through. MELD have another kind of a cool one in the pipeline, and that is DeFi that links directly to your bank. So if you do borrow with DeFi, you will actually get cash straight into your bank, unlike at the moment where you might get a stable coin with some other DeFi protocols. This video is in no way financial advice or an investment case for MELD. I have about 1.5% of my total investments in MELD, so it's only literally a tiny position that I have. If you ever were interested in investing in MELD, you can get it through the DEX, SundaySwap, and also on Bitrue. I'm actually a bit wary about investing in any types of DeFi projects at the moment. That's my only proper DeFi investment that I have, just because of what is likely to come down the road pretty soon. Like the hacks that we saw last year have been pretty crazy. I think over 1.3 billion was lost in DeFi hacks throughout different protocols. And all the regulators definitely have this on top of their list of what they want to hit first when they see people losing lots of money like that. Sometimes as well with DeFi, everything gets branded as decentralized, but there's probably different levels of decentralization. Some projects are close to, say, 100% decentralized, like the likes of Aave, but then you have a lot of projects that are saying that they are decentralized, but they might have a long way to go before they actually get to the stage where they are fully decentralized. And if there was a bit of a crackdown, then these projects will definitely be a bit more at risk. Another issue that I just personally have with DeFi at the moment is that we don't really have the full set of use cases that we really want to see. If you want to get a loan, you have to completely over collateralize it. So if you already have, say, €200 and you want to get a loan of €100, then you don't really need to get a loan. That's why DeFi loans at the moment are really only used for people avoiding tax and using it for leverage trading. But hopefully in the future we will see an ability of people to get unsecured loans through crypto as well, because I think that could be the big game changer. Anyway, that is my 2 cents on the Genius loan and a bit on DeFi as well. If anybody has any questions on anything I went through in the video, please let me know in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure and subscribe to the channel.